All right, welcome to another episode of War Daddies. I am here with Doug, who attended his very first GT at Heartrender, hasn't played Age of Sigmar at all, and he's going to tell us how that event went for him. But before that, we had. I'm going to just be highlighting one event coming up. We got Hog Pit. It's at Games Explosion. Obed's running it. They've got 9 tickets left, $40. Um, they're one person away from qualifying for the Great Plains Masters. So sign up, go to Arkansas, go play in tournaments, and go have fun playing Warhammer. So we're going to move over to Doug now. So you hadn't played a single actual game of Warhammer before this event, correct?
That is true. I've never played a big game of war, anything that was 2,000 points. I have played a lot of Spearhead, and I actually started off just playing last year. Actually, it's almost been a year now. I started playing Kill Team with the guys on Monday nights, and then kind of expanded from there, and we started playing because the Kill Team rules are very, I don't know what you call them, but they're complex, very complex, and very, very particular. So we tried off a couple of different games and ended up playing some Spearhead. And yeah, this weekend would have been my first AOS game, big AOS game ever. Actually, it was the very first game at 8 o'clock in the morning. It was the very first game of AOS I'd ever played. So yeah,
Trial by fire.
that's right.
So you went. So have you played other competitive games before, or gone to tournaments? Like
I've
you?
o- yeah, the only other tournament that I've ever been into is there was at Meeple this year. They had a kill team tournament, but it wasn't super competitive. It was kind of a. I mean, they had it in Best Coast, but it wasn't actually a competitive tournament. There was. I don't even know if there's a super. Well, that's not true. There is a competitive scene for kill team, but yeah, that would have been the first one that I went to. That was up in Kansas City, and I don't remember where Meeple's at, like Overland Park or something like that. But
So, but for tabletop wargaming, that you did the kill team tournament, and then you went into this.
yeah, pretty much,
Any
pretty much.
card game experience or any other tournament hobbies?
Not really. I mean, I've played a bunch of card games, but not really anything tournament. Well, pre-release. I used to do Magic pre-releases back in the day, but I haven't done that for years and years and years. But not really competitive. Um, Not a build your own deck, bring it in and play it kind of a thing. So, no. Honestly, I like super competitive. Like this would have been my first tournament of any sort of competitiveness. But yeah.
So, what was your first thought about getting sucked into this? Because it came around that the person dropped last minute, and we're trying to find a person that was going to be free ticket
Hmm.
because that we were trying to fill a spot, and so I messaged you and a few others and was like, hey, free ticket. Anyone want to come? And you went through and you did accept it, and Derek was nice enough to allow non-painted models, which
Hmm.
I would have stayed up getting these painted, but this is what Doug got to play for his first set of games in Age of Sigmar. It was Sentinels of the Bleak Citadel. It was Prosecutors, Long Strikes, a bunch of Reclusians, and Lord Terminus and a Relector. So you had a little bit of everything going in the army.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was cool. It was cool. I don't know. I mean, when I saw I was out to dinner with my wife when you put that chat into I think it was a messenger chat or something like that, and I saw it, and I'm like, oh, that's weird. That's kind of a cool thing. Like, I wish I had an army, and I wish I could play. Was my first thought, and then I just kind of went on, and then my wife and I finished up dinner, and we came home. We're kind of getting the kids settled and all that other kind of stuff, and like my mind like just kept coming back to it. I'm like, well, what the shit? Like, what if I just? Oh, sorry. I don't know if you can cuss on your podcast. I apologize. But I was like, after a while, I was like, well, and then I think you posted, like, I have an army that you can borrow, and I'm like, well, I mean, like, why not? Like, that was more like I don't have anything going on this weekend, and I'm like, I guess if I go in not expecting to win anything, which I wasn't planning. I mean, I didn't have any expectations of winning anything because, like I said, I'd never played the game. But I'm like, I mean, my thought was, I've played war games before. I've played Spearhead before. I've heard everybody say it's close to Spearhead, which is not true. After playing it, I know that's absolutely not the truth. But at the time, I was under the delusion that it was close to Spearhead. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. And so I'm like, well, what the hell? I mean, what's the worst that could happen? I go in and I spend, what is it? A GT is like what? I was there from 8 o'clock in the morning until 8 in the evening. So what? 12 hours of hanging out and doing that and playing a game that I don't know how to play. So I'm like, well, let's just do it. It's like it's fine. My biggest concern of doing it actually was that I would play someone who was hyper competitive and would be mad that they'd be playing somebody who didn't know what the hell they were doing. And I'm like, well, like, let's just do it and see what happens, because I don't really want anybody to be mad that had spent $60 on a GT and we're expecting, like, 5 rounds of, like, just nail biting hyper competitive AOS action. And I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to do that. But yeah, so it was mostly just kind of like a why the hell not kind of a thing. Let's just do this for fun. I didn't really know what I was getting myself into. Um, I'm really glad I did it. I'm really glad I did it because I had a blast, but I didn't know what I was doing.
Do it again in a heartbeat, though. Just get thrown into the fire and go for it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it was also nice that I got there and I knew some of the people that were playing. Like, I don't think I had met you once previously, but I did know Dave my first game because Dave actually, I hate to call him this, but Dave's kind of like my AOS daddy because he taught me how to play Spearhead. He and Sam, who's also on the Battle Mages team, they both taught me how to play Spearhead, and Dave's been trying to talk me into getting a big AOS army, and so did Sam. And I didn't have anything at the time because I was working on a 40k army and hadn't really. I wanted to finish up that before I bit off more of a AOS game. But it was good that he was my first game. I think that was good too because he helped me walk through some things that I didn't quite understand. But
yeah, well, David's awesome, dude, and he knows the rules really well, and well, yeah. There's great first round. You really can't ask for a better person to help teach a game.
Yeah.
And let's see. I think you were at like table 18 for that first round.
Yeah, I think that's right. I don't remember.
Yeah, you were right next to me.
That's right. Yeah.
So, when David was playing Sylvaneth, which is going to give Stormcast fits anyways, I think, because they're faster and they hit hard, especially David's list.
Yeah.
I think he was playing a bunch of scythes, not scythes. What was he playing?
I know he wasn't playing the monster heavy army like everybody else that was playing. Sylvaneth was playing.
David was the only odd guy out at this tournament not playing the monster smash list of Sylvaneth. He had revenants and he had teleporting, and he probably had the most teleporting out of everyone.
Yeah. It was. What's funny is I ended up playing Sylvaneth again. I think on Sunday, one of the guys from Arkansas, and he had big monster army, and I don't know, that's a mess. That is a mess. Like, I mean, they're beautiful. The giant beetles and all that kind of stuff are great, but I was like, whoa, I didn't know. A lot of a lot of my technique was, well, and something you mentioned at the beginning of the game, before we even played, is like don't bring out the prosecutors and don't bring out the what are they
Long
called? Long
strike.
strikes? Yeah, don't bring out the long strikes first part of the game. And so I didn't. I just hold back and wait for everybody to move up, and then I'd try and score some of the objectives behind everybody, and hopefully snipe a leader with the long strikes from behind. So that worked a couple times, not always, but there's also a lot of people who are expecting it. Because apparently long strikes are not a popular unit inside AOS. There's a lot of people who were like, oh, you're bringing those guys, and I'm like, I don't know who these guys are, but I kind of know how to play them, at least a little bit. But
Yeah, long strikes definitely have a bad reputation in Age of Sigmar, and um, they're also a really good unit. It was like, oh, I'm going. My goal was with your list was to give you good, valuable units,
mm,
and not have like 50 things with convoluted rules. So
right,
we went with a lot of Reclusians,
mm,
which they hit really well.
mm-hmm.
They're prosecutors. They hit good on the charge. They're fast, and you get 3 dice per charge. So long strikes at least give you some ranged threat so you can work. So, but yeah, I was trying to give you about the most basic of units that I could that were effective. And then you had David helping you in that first round.
Yeah, yeah, that was good. That was good.
And then you went into the second round playing against Sean Sayer.
Yeah, Sean was good too. He was very helpful, but Sean also knew how to play around the long strikes. Like he was doing some crazy stuff. Well, I mean, it was like I said, it was a learning game. I didn't understand, but he had all of his casters basically making all terrain and all objectives obscure, and so I couldn't actually move in anywhere with the long strikes. He also had very much planned out the 9 inch. I know it's not called deep strike. I don't know what the right term is for AOS, so I apologize. But the deep strike, to drop in the long strike. So I actually didn't ever get to drop them in behind lines on that because he had everything pretty secured. But I did manage to take out one unit of his. Oh man, they look like minotaurs. I don't remember what they were called. It was. Uh, they're big Minotaur guys that hit real hard, but their defense apparently is terrible, which I did not realize until I got in there. I was so afraid of getting hit hard, I didn't like rush in, which I probably should have more often. But it was still a fun game. It was a fun game. There was a lot of learning. Also, that was the first game that I realized that command points actually refresh every round. So this is noob stuff, like super noob stuff. But like I have played some 40k, and I knew you get command points, and in 40k you get like one per turn or something like that. And then Sean was saying, "Oh no, you if you don't use them, you lose them, and you just start off with 4." And I'm like, oh, well, crap. I should have been spending these like nobody's business, and I hadn't been. So I was good for that. It was good for that game, and Sean kind of talked me through that. But he was a really good opponent. He was fun. He was fun. Um, but yeah,
Yeah, Sean's an awesome guy. And yeah, he's been on this Ogroid kick too with his army for Slaves to Darkness, and it's like, yeah, they're going to hit you really hard. They get all the benefits from the rules. He can obscure them. He can hide them,
hmm
and then they're just going to wallop you.
yeah. And man, they did. They hit hard, but I almost the thing is, I on that one I think I played a little too skittish. I like let the fear of how hard they hit dictate what I was actually doing with my guys, and I think I should have just not to like run them in and blow them up, but I think it would have been better stuff. But again, it was my second game, so it's all learning how things work in AOS and learning, just all that kind of stuff. So yeah, but it was good. It was good.
Yeah. And then round 3, Last day, so you've made it through 2 rounds at this point, and you're going into round 3, and
Yeah, that's the one against Gentry, right? Is that?
I believe that was he was playing Fire Slayers, wasn't he?
Yeah. That was a blast. Gentry was real fun to play against. Gentry was. I don't know. He's a good guy. We joked most of the time. We actually probably joked more than we actually played, because we were giving each other crap, and the idea of like half-naked dwarves running at you is like hilarious. And like he said that there was some rune that they got where if you just looked at him, you took damage. And I'm like, is he like doing the Braveheart thing where they just lift their kilts up and look at it? Anyway, it was pretty funny. It was Gentry was a good guy. It was a good game, and. Yeah, that one I actually did manage to use the deep strike on the long strikes and the prosecutors, and did some pretty good damage. I took out 2 or 3 of his leaders, and I took out a couple people. But then he came with those, and I apologize, I don't remember the names of them, but the 2 guys, the father and the son, that are on the giant fire lizards, and those guys just hit hard. And surrounded by I don't even know how many half-naked dwarves. I mean, it was like a convention. It was just like they're everywhere, and they were just every single one of them has 2 axes, and they're just pummeling all my reclusions. And I'm like, okay, that's cool, whatever. But it was good. It was a fun game. It was also late at the game, late in the evening, so I was a little tired. I mean, by that time, you're looking at probably at least 6 hours worth of games, not including all of the downtime and everything else. And it was just like, it was rough. It was a tiring game. But afterwards, Gentry and I went and got a beer. We just hung out and shot the poop, and he introduced me to all of the other guys from the
Beast Brigade.
What's that? Yeah, the Feast Brigade. That's what I was trying to remember who they are. So he introduced me to the other guys from the Feast Brigade, and ended up hanging out with met Obed, and met the guy who came in second. I don't remember what his name is. He was also playing Stormcast.
Yep, Anthony Hubble.
Yeah, he was great. He was great. I talked to him. He was telling me about his Stormcast list. And actually, at that point, I'd already decided I was going to bring it. Like for my army, I was planning on building a Soulblight Graveslords, but he started telling me about that, and I'm like, oh, I'm kind of tempted to build that list now. That's pretty cool. Like a bunch of teleporty, like the Nightcrawler Stormcast list. I'm like, that sounds pretty cool. But yeah, no, it was good. It was a good game. And it was yeah. I will say this, on the drive home, I was like nodding off. I was tired. It was a long day. But it was fun, and I had a blast. So
weren't expecting it to be like that mentally taxing.
Yeah, basically, yeah. It's crazy how taxing it is. Like, I don't know. It's like just one game is taxing, but then 3 back to back is like, wow, that's rough. And the other thing is, everybody, like, I think you had already taken off, and Jace had already taken off, and I think Sam had already taken off. So it was like there weren't very many people there left at the end of the night, and I don't feel like I was playing slow. That was the other thing I was worried about, is I didn't really want to make the game slow or slow anybody down or anything like that. But it didn't really feel like that. It didn't really feel like I was able to finish every game. There wasn't anything that like ran out of time or anything like that. So yeah, I mean, again, I was playing pretty loose too, but it was good. It was good.
Yeah. My son was ready to leave.
I can imagine.
I walloped the ever living crap out of him because we got paired into that 3rd round.
Oh, did you? Oh no. Okay.
And he missed 6-inch charges on the reroll.
Oh.
And I just proceeded to murder his army. And he's like, "Okay, we can go home now, right?" I want to talk to people before we leave. Like, then we can go home. And it's like, sure. So we talked a little bit, and then he's like, "Okay, Dad, I want food. I want to go to Raising Cane's." And it's like, "Okay, we'll go Raising Cane's. We'll get some." So we got some chicken. Made it.
Very cool.
Well, then, you tell your wife how your first day went?
I did. My wife generally is not that impressed with wargaming. I mean, she's fine, but she's like, "Oh yeah, you're gonna go play with your little guys," is what she says. So it's fine. I went and played with my little guys, and actually, no, she thought it was pretty cool. I say that she's very supportive. I mean, we give each other crap because that's what you do. But But no, she was like, well, I'm glad you had a good time because she did. I say that she did. I mean, weekends are usually like, we do groceries and we like prep for the week and all the other kind of stuff. And since I wasn't going to be there all weekend, I was like, that was one of the things I was like, are you sure it's cool that I do this? Because I'm going to be gone all day Saturday, all day Sunday. She's like, yeah, no, it's cool. I'm like, okay, cool. But no, she thought it was really cool. I mean, I had a lot of war stories, and a lot of goofy stuff going on, but yeah, it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool.
Well, that's always good when spouse is like, yeah, that's fun. You
Yeah.
go do that. Mine, I think, wants to smack me with how much I play.
I can dig it. I can dig it. I can dig it.
So then we come in on day two,
Hmm.
and you played against. Who did you play against?
I think that first game was against. It was another one of the chef guys.
Thomas Hurd, the Sylvaneth one that you were talking about earlier.
Yeah, yeah,
I told you that that one was probably going to be rough if he knows how to make a 4-up.
yeah, yeah. He did. He did a pretty good job. He beat me up pretty good. I actually managed to get some points in, which is most of what I was trying to do. But yeah, it was rough. His big monsters were pretty hard to take down. Um, I don't remember anything crazy happening. I know I did drop in the long strikes from behind, and I almost took out his branch witch. I think he had a branch witch, but um, but at that point I had realized, well, it's like you drop in the long strikes, and I'm like, I don't want to drop them in too close. I don't want to get them all the way to 9, but because they have an 18-inch shot. But then I had completely forgot about what is it? Command
Redeploy?
redeploy. Yeah, the redeploy, and the redeploy allows branch witch to like sneak around a tree and kind of disappear into the tree. And I'm like, oh yeah, that wasn't the best, but it's all learning. It's fine. But I feel like I did okay in that game. At the beginning, it was pretty rough, and I don't know that I even eliminated any of his units. I don't. What was the score on that game? Did I what?
It was 33-64.
Yeah, that's right. That was the other thing I remember about that game. Is that was the first game I've ever played where someone. It's not manipulated. That's going to sound like it's evil because manipulators that word has connotations with it. But it was the first time I've ever seen someone try and not score points in the beginning so they can get underdog early, and then allow them to get more CP in the later rounds so then they can score higher in the later rounds. Didn't even know that was a thing that you do in AOS, but it totally makes sense that that's something you could do. Yeah, and speaking of that, the double turn, that was one thing that I didn't ever really plan for the double turn because I kind of forgot about it, and I'm pretty sure he pulled a double turn on me, which is fine. He even apologized. I'm like, I'm gonna have to pull a double turn. I'm like, I don't care, dude. It's like, it's fine. This is a game. But I need to remember, even when I was playing with Sean was like, hey, you got to either be playing for the double turn or playing against the double turn, knowing that someone's going to double turn you, and you didn't really seem to play in for either. And I was like, well, honestly, I kind of forgot that it was a thing. So, but now it's like those are like second level and third level big AOS techniques that I don't really understand yet, but I just need to get more games under my belt to kind of understand that. So, but yeah, it was a good game though. It was a good game.
Yeah. Were you surprised when he told you how much Durthu hits for?
Yeah. Well, and I mean, Dave hit me. Dave hit me with Durthu, I think, on his first game too.
Oh,
And
but you
yeah,
knew.
it was a mess. It was a mess. But I don't know, man. Sylvanas is cool as hell though. Walking around like I said, with those giant monsters, like, and they're all like, Dave's are beautifully painted, and this guy's was beautifully painted. I'm like, that's awesome. Sometimes it's like it's okay if I'm losing to something that looks that cool on the table. Like whatever, it's fine. That looks cool as hell. But it was cool. It was cool.
Yeah, the double turn can be very brutal, especially if it's not something you are expecting.
Yeah, yeah. What's funny is the people that I've talked to that play 40K, because I know a bunch of the guys that play 40K. Um, That's their main complaint about AOS is the double turn. Like for some reason, double turn feels bad, and I'm like, I get it, but if you know it's there and you're planning for it, then I mean, it's just another mechanic of the game. But I don't know. Anyway,
And yeah, you can make it feel less bad, but I think every game I had in that tournament, I think the double actually played a huge factor in it.
no, really,
Which, I mean, there was several games I played for the double turn because I knew it was an out for me,
right,
and sometimes that's what the game needs. You need that turn, but
right, right,
standard pacing is definitely a thing too, and it can
yeah,
make games simpler. But I I like it, but I also hate it at times, and it's like, well, it's a thing. It's
yeah,
in the game. I'm going to play it. I like these models more than 40k, so
right,
I'm
right,
not going to complain.
right,
And
yep,
so, but then you went into round 5 against Jason Kale, and he was
hmm
playing Baleful Lords, where you get 5 more monsters again.
yeah, yeah. That one was a mess too. Um, I'm trying to remember. If I remember correctly, on his first turn, first charge, he managed to wipe out a unit of reclusions like that. Like it was like nothing. It was like boom, they're gone. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, that's not fun. I mean, it wasn't bad, but I was like, holy moly. So then it became like a dance of me trying to keep my guys up, and I made a couple of errors with the priest character, which name I don't remember what the name of that was. The
The
Stormcast priest.
Relictor.
Yeah, the Rectal. Yeah, didn't get him positioned well enough because I was trying to like basically teleport them away, and I was using him to try and teleport them away, and that worked okay, but then it just became his big guys chasing down my little guys and still trying to score points. I did get the long strikes out later on, and was able to steal a couple of points from him, at least to get some a score for the objectives. But they didn't last long. They didn't last long. Oh, they did. He did roll terribly against them. There was one long strike that lived a lot longer than he ever should have. He was just hanging out there, and they were in melee. And the his giant guy, winged guy, I don't remember what they were called, was like kept whiffing, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna try at least maybe I could kill that guy with just like a like I think their melee is called like butt strike or something like that, or like I don't know what it is. And I'm like, man, I hope I can kill this guy just with a butt strike, just one butt strike to come through. I was like, that would be amazing, like an epic, like kill him off just with that, and it didn't happen. He ended up dying later on. Actually, I think he ended up dying later on because he was out of combat, and his monsters take damage if they aren't in combat. And he rolled bad, and he basically killed himself. But that's funny.
Fun things that can happen.
Yeah, it was funny. It was bloodthirsters. That's what they were. Yeah, because there was like so many of them, but it was cool. And Jason was a cool guy. He was a fun guy to play against too. Um,
Yeah.
but
So you had 5 fun opponents. All of them were nice. Some of
yeah,
your worries were unfounded for this tournament.
yeah, no, totally, totally, totally. Actually, what's funny is, I mean, I haven't been to a 40k GT, so I don't know what that's about. I know some of the 40k guys, or at least the ones at the shop at Wizards where we play, but I didn't really know a lot of the AOS guys. The AOS guy seems just like a bunch of like it's like dad crowd, and I'm like they're just a bunch of like dads hanging out, playing with their little mans and rolling some dice, and it was really cool. Like everybody, I don't know, it was a much more open and accepting environment than I think I had expected it to be. Mostly because I've been around a lot of nerd stuff, like since I mean I'm 51, so I've been around for a long time. I've played Magic when Magic first came out. I played some tournaments, stuff like that, and there's a type of person that plays in those things. Not dissing Magic players. I'm not trying to do that. And don't whatever it is. But there's just a type, and none of these people really seem like a type. They all seem like they were just down to earth people that are chill. Now, granted, I was playing at the lower end of the bracket. It's probably a little bit different when you get like competitive up in onesies and twosies, but But I mean, I've met Joel before, the guy who won the entire tournament, and Joel's chill as hell. I don't know if he is like that when you play against him, but every time I've talked to him, that dude's chill as hell. And then the guy that was second place, I talked to a lot, and he's chill as hell too. And it was, I don't know. It's also kind of like a weird, almost like a convention-y kind of like feel, because it's like you got all those guys that were dressed up as chefs. You got Obed dressed up like the Ratatouille guy and rolling his dice on a frying pan, which cracked me up. And I like every game someone's handing me a gift, which I was going to ask you that, by the way. Is that a common thing? Like you do at an AOS game and like your opponent just hands you like a piece of candy or a die? Is that like a normal thing?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Like my son was given this from his second round opponent.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Are they the ones?
Charles was passing out knives that he 3D printed. Um,
That's funny. That's awesome, though.
My fifth round opponent, he was passing out little green lizards that do the lizard button.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's
And
awesome.
then, yeah, some people pass out dice from their clubs. Like I think Peace Brigade passes out dice from theirs.
Hmm.
Sparkle frequently passes out dice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just depends. Like if people are in teams and stuff, they frequently will pass out stuff.
No, that's
Some
cool.
is combat gauges, some is dice, some are food.
Yeah, I was gonna say there was a couple times I got handed little single site, what do you call them, little snack Hershey's bars and stuff like that. I'm like, that's awesome. Like, I don't know. It's just it seems like a very friendly, hey, we're just here to play a game kind of atmosphere, and I don't know. It was cool. It was cool. It was very very cool. I would like to go back. I need to get an army built because I would like to next time bring my own army and stuff. But although I do appreciate that you loan me your army, I very appreciate that very much. But,
Oh yeah. So you're not going to make it a habit to just have someone hand you an army and go to the event with their stuff.
I mean, if someone hands me an army and hands me a ticket to an event, I'm certainly not going to say no. But no, my goal is to actually have my own army, get it all painted up, and be able to play. I think that would be I think it would be fun. I think it would be fun. There's a cool enough community that it would be nice to be able to just have my own thing kind of play. So yeah, yeah, yeah.
So is your goal for your army, because you said you were playing Soulblight now,
Right.
is your goal to have that done by Flying Monkey or sooner?
I would like to have it done sooner. That's my goal. I have right now. I think I have about 2,000 points put together. I just bought some Varghasts and I bought some what do they call them? Skurgan True Blades. I bought a box of those guys.
Yep, True
I've
Blade.
only got one box. I don't really have enough to reinforce on anything yet, but I have that Death Rattle Tomb Host box that I had already purchased to play the Spearhead out of that, and then I picked up the Blades of the Crimson. No, what was it called? Something of the Crimson Keep? Lances of the Crimson Keep. I picked up that Christmas box, and that gives me quite a few different options. So I think between those two boxes, and that, it'll at least give me an okay 2,000 point army, and then I can probably start buying duplicates and filling it out from there. So that's kind of what my goal is right now. I'm in the middle of painting the Death Rattle Tomb Host Spearhead, and that comes with some Barrow Knights and some Barrow Guard, and then a White King, which I'm not sure I'm going to use. I think I probably need to get a White King on a horse.
You'll want a White King on horse.
But I'll probably pick that up separately. So yeah, and I'll need to pick up like a Cursed Sepulchre and things like that too. But
I also have to pick that up. They're good-looking models.
Yeah.
So yeah, so next tournament, what do you think it's going to be?
I don't know. I was looking at that. I know Wizards is having an RTT at the end of March, and I don't think I'm going to make that one. Is it the end of March? I thought it was
1st of April.
1st of April. I don't know that I'm going to be able to make that one. I know RTTs aren't as particular about being painted, but I kind of have it's like my own thing is like I would prefer to, if I'm playing with my army, I want to make sure my army's painted. So I don't know. It'll probably be closer to May, maybe even June before I get to a piece. It depends on how hard it is to paint those Blood Knights. They're kind of a painting scheme that I'm not used to. So previously I've been working on a 40k Space Wolves army just because not for any specific reason except that I like the models, and I have almost 2,000 points of Space Wolves painted, but I have the paint scheme down. Like I have the pattern down. It doesn't take me very long to knock out some infantry now because I know what colors I'm going to use, how I'm going to use it, how much detail I'm going to do, that kind of a thing. With Soulblight, it's new, so I'm still trying to feel all of that out, especially for the mounted riders. I don't know how difficult they are going to be to paint. I don't think they're going to be terribly difficult, but I need to see how many I can get knocked out in a week. So far, I've been painting these skeletons, and I think I can get between 5 to 10 of them knocked out in a week. I've got a pretty fast painting scheme on them, and I'm pretty happy with it. So, but then we'll go into Barrow Guard, and then we're going to Barrow Knights, and we'll see how all that turns out. But yeah. Anyway, so that was a really long answer to maybe June. I would like to have it. I absolutely would like to have it for Flying Monkey. I think that would be cool to have it ready for Flying Monkey. I absolutely want it ready for Heartrender next year. But yeah, isn't there another one? There's another GT like after Flying Monkey too, isn't there? Like local one.
So what do you consider local? Since we're in the Great Plains.
What? Yeah, I was thinking there was one in town, but maybe there's not. Maybe Flying Monkey is the last one in town.
So Flying Monkey and Heartrender are our current Wichita ones.
Okay.
Oklahoma has one in November.
Okay.
And it's in Oklahoma City, so it's about 2.5 hours from Wichita.
Yeah, that's not bad though.
I believe there's one in August in Holton, which is up by Topeka.
Oh, weird. Okay.
And then then we're going to start getting out into like Vault Wars is in October. It's out in Springfield, Missouri.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah.
And then you've got all the way to St. Louis.
Oh, wow.
So,
wow.
The tournaments that we track for the Great Plains Masters, I say it's other people. I'm not a part of that. I'm just doing this for fun. We got Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Missouri.
Oh, okay.
So playing in tournaments in those locations will earn you points towards the circuit, and you need 4 GTs in the season.
I gotcha.
It generally goes from Summergeddon to Bug Eater for the season, which is basically June to June.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's cool. Is that when Bug Eater just won the Nebraska, right? Is that Omaha or Lincoln?
I believe it's Omaha.
Is it? Okay.
And I've heard great things about that one. I have yet to attend. It's on the list of getting there eventually.
Cool. That's cool. There's the one in Oklahoma is the one in April, right? That's the one that's like, was it Taxman? Is that what it's called?
Yep, there's Taxman coming up in April, and then they have the Oklahoma Open in November.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So a lot of these areas, they'll have 1 to 2, usually GTs a year. So we've now got Heartrender and Monkey up in Wichita. I don't know if Springfield has multiple. Yeah, they do. I just can't remember what they're doing Summergeddon, and I think they have another one, but they've got the Vault Wars. There's River City Rumble. There's Midwest Bash. Those are all out in the St. Louis area.
Okay.
I'm probably going to miss events for people, but that's. I should be better at this because I keep going over them all the time, but I have a potato brain and it's Friday.
Totally understand.
So, let's see. So you're excited for more games coming up?
I am. I am. I am. I am. I probably shouldn't have picked an army before I played an army, but at this point, like it's fine. I like the way skeletons and vampires looks. But yeah, I am. I am excited. I am excited. Um, yeah. Yeah.
So if you hadn't picked the skeletons and vampires, what do you think you would be playing?
Well, I don't know. I have a Skaven spearhead and I have a Stormcast spearhead built, and I like both of them okay. I don't really know that I would want to play Skaven much more, only because I don't really like the way they play in spearhead. They're fine. They're just like I needed a change on that, but I don't really know. I've always liked the look of Seraphon. Thought those were pretty cool. I thought Nighthaunt were pretty. I mean, keep in mind I'm coming from the perspective of someone who wants to paint stuff, and so I'm like Seraphon look like they're fun as hell to paint. Nighthaunt look like they're fun as hell to paint. Those are kind of two that I was tempted. I wish I liked Usher. What is the Bone Reapers better? Yeah. I don't really like the way they look. I think they're probably pretty cool. I just don't. I don't know. They just don't really grab me as much. I do like the. I really like the way the Stormcast played at the tournament, and that's what made me tempted to like keep going down the Stormcast path. But I don't know. I don't know, man. Fielding an army full of skeletons and vampires kind of seems badass. I'm like, I don't know. Even if I lose, at least they look badass on the table. So yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes, I mean, sometimes the people that get best painted are the ones that are just taking the stuff that they have fun with.
Yeah.
They,
Yeah.
they may go 2-3, 1-4, but if you got the best painted army in the facility, well, you got the best painted army. It doesn't matter what your score is.
Yeah.
Unless you're Joel, who gets every award.
I was gonna say, I don't know. His stuff is painted really well, and there were a lot of really good painted armies, well painted armies at Heartrender. I was like impressed. There was a lot of them that were like, holy moly, those look really good. Um, I don't know. I don't know that I actually played against an army that was not well painted. To be honest, I thought they all looked really well, really good. So yeah.
You were just using an army that wasn't well painted.
I mean, there was that, but I mean, what are you gonna do? It's like when you don't know you're gonna play it at 7 o'clock the night before an actual game is like, I don't, yeah. It's all good.
Once again, Derek was awesome. Didn't make me paint everything, so would have.
Yeah.
But I, if you ever do want to play Stormcast, just tell me. I'll get them out for you.
All right.
Like I loaned out, I think like almost 20 models out at this tournament.
Oh wow.
So it was. I think I had David was using models of mine, Jose was using models of mine, and Austin. It was like, yeah, I'm not using them. Go for it, people. As long as I get it back, I don't really care if you're borrowing my stuff.
Right. That's pretty cool.
And
That's awesome.
let's see. I think I had a question that I was supposed to ask you, and I'm having trouble remembering it. So now I need to go look in a message.
All good.
Uh, no, I think I may have got all the questions I wanted to ask. So, you're definitely going to play at Flying Monkey come in September.
Yep, that's the plan.
Awesome.
That is a plan. That is a plan. I think it'd be great. Like I said, I don't know that I'm going to be able to play a GT a month, but I would like to at least get I don't know, 2 or 3 a year. I think it'd be good. I don't know. Oh yeah, I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be fun.
Now,
I also just good.
if you ever want to get to GT a month, boy, does the Great Plains have that for you. We are playing tournaments non-stop. Like, I think we got 2 or 3 in March alone.
Damn, that's crazy.
So
That's crazy. That's a lot of weekends.
it is. You'll just have to get your kids to play and take them.
I know. I have tried, but that is not their bag. That's all right though. That's all right.
Yeah, it is. So we got but if you ever need events, just message me. I will show you everything that you can possibly want. But no, you can hit So, well, Wizards Alley, I believe they said we're going to be doing RTTs every 60 days. So, if
Yeah.
people want to come up to the Wichita area, next one's in a month, beginning of April, and I think they said they're going to try and get one every 60 days from then.
That's cool.
So, we'll have that. Flying Monkey will probably be your first event with the new GHB that comes out.
Oh yeah. Is there a new one coming out? Is it?
So it's like not announced, but generally all of Sigmar has a 1 year cycle. So you'll have this current GHB's gone on from last June or July, and it'll have a new cycle start in June and July.
Uh,
And then
okay.
every 3 years, they generally switch the edition to the next. So we went from third edition to fourth 2 years ago now, and we'll do the same in about another 2 years,
I gotcha.
year
Cool.
and a half.
Yeah, that's
I
cool.
could be giving you slightly wrong information, but that's probably right.
No, I think that makes sense. That does make sense because the first AOS I picked up is the fourth edition box that came with the Stormcast and the Skaven. That's actually I picked it up at that point in time. It wasn't to play. It was just because I wanted to paint a bunch of stuff, and so yeah.
So you started the hobby as hobby, not as play.
Yeah, I did 100%. I actually the first box I picked up was I actually went in with my son to the Warhammer store to pick something up, and we didn't end up buying anything. But eventually, I ended up picking up the Higher Tech Circle Kill Team, and I thought I could probably paint Necrons because I was like Necrons seem like they're pretty easy, and then followed a bunch of YouTube videos and stuff like that, and then they announced that Scaventide box, and I'm like, oh, that's awesome, I want to pick that up, and so I did, and just started putting paint to plastic. I mean, I just kind of Skaven are pretty forgiving because they're so nasty. It's like you just kind of a bunch of browns and then try and highlight with a little bit of reds here and there with some that kind of stuff, and yeah, so I actually didn't play a game. I painted for a year and a half before I ever actually went up and played on Kill Team night with the Kill Team group at Wizards, and that's just kind of how I got started, and then I just kind of kept painting. I mean, first off starting off painting off kill teams, and then, like I said, I started with that Space Wolves box, and I started painting up Space Wolves, and yeah, now I'm on to a Soulblight army. So, good stuff.
And you got the starts of two other armies if you ever decide to keep going.
That is true. That is well. I don't even want to talk about that because I've got starts of many armies now. I need to stop picking up things because I think I have almost 1,000 points in Death Guard and 40k too that are still sitting in the box, and I kind of feel bad about that. I probably need to do something with them, but I just my problem is I see a model, I was like, ooh, that looks fun to paint, and then I'll pick it up, and I don't even have an army to go with it. I'm just like, I just kind of want to paint the guy, and I'm like,
I
I
mean,
need to slow down.
there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, there are definitely models that I've been like, I need that. I'm not going to use it, but I need it because it's
Right.
cool. It was like that Dark City, the new Dark Water quest that just came out.
Oh yeah.
A lot of those models are beautiful,
Hmm.
and it's like I want those, and I want
Yeah.
to put them in my cities, and then they legend the rules, and it's like I don't
Oh no.
have to buy that now.
Yeah.
The
That's the
models
way
are
I.
beautiful.
Yeah, I had the same thing with I think it was like the Plague Knights. Are they the ones that have like the antlers coming out of the top of their head that are all slimy maggotkin guys from AOS?
Yeah.
Uh, that was another one that I was like, oh, those guys are cool as hell. I'm like, no, you're not gonna buy them because you're not planning on starting a Maggotkin army. You just need to stay away from Nurgle stuff. You're fine. You got skeletons. Call them yourself. But those are cool looking models. Those are cool looking models. And I think one of the very first Spearhead games I played was against Sam and his Maggotkin, and man, his are painted so good. They are so good. They're uncomfortable to look at. They're so good because they're so gross, but they're so good. Yeah.
Joel has a beautifully painted Nurgle army also.
Oh, does he? I haven't seen it. I'd like to see it. I've only seen his Flesh Quartz army, and man, his Flesh Quartz army are something else. They are something else. He is playing. It looks like he's playing with statues, like he's not playing with minis. He was like, "Holy crap, those look good." But yeah, that's good stuff.
Cool. All right. Anything else you want to talk about before we go ahead and end this?
No, I don't think so. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah.
And yeah, again, thanks for letting me play with your dudes
Anytime.
and inviting me to the GT. Like I said, I had a blast. It was a very memorable experience. And I won the sweet last place trophy, which was pretty crazy, but that was
yeah,
pretty funny.
you definitely got a bigger applause, I think, than Joel did.
I know that was funny. I thought it was hilarious when it was going on, and then Bam's telling everybody to be quiet because they didn't want to wake the upstairs neighbors. I was like, that was pretty funny. That was pretty funny. But
I think
yeah.
I heard that they were perturbed by us at a later date.
Oh really? Yeah. Well, that
But
happens.
I mean, you came in, you got the Gary the Snail last but not least trophy, which Derek handed out. Beautiful.
Yeah,
Wish
it
I
was
had a
beautiful.
picture of it. I should have taken pictures, but I didn't because
I'll send. I can send you some pictures if you want. I've got it sitting on my mantle.
yes, take a picture of that so I can put it as the thumbnail.
I will do that. I will do that. I'll get you a picture. I'll get you a picture.
And but yeah, almost every time I've seen like the wooden spoon or award for last, the community's always like very supportive of those players.
Yeah.
I have been in that position before, and it's if you're having fun, it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. That was kind of my main goal with all of it was just to have a good time, and I did. I did. Everybody was cool. I had a great time, and I don't know.
It's
My
just gets you into the Warhammer bug that got to go play more events.
right, basically, yeah, 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 yeah. That's exactly what happens. So that's good. That's good stuff.
Yep. All right. Well, with that, we'll go ahead and call it a night.
Cool. Sounds good. Thanks, man.
Yep. See you.
See you later. Bye.